Welcome, everybody. Trainwreck Podcast, episode 95. Um, this is not going to be how it usually is, where we're just cracking jokes and, just being professional idiots. This episode, I think, is just going to be kind of depressing because everyone's dying this week, man. You had Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, Theo from the Cosby Show. Drew, I don't know if you saw this. Chuck Mangione died. You know who that is?
No.
On King of the Hill, you know the guy with the trumpet and the top hat, and he's like the spokesman for Megalomart, and
Oh, is that him?
yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah, he's a real person. He's a real singer that played a character of himself on King of the Hill.
Oh, but him.
So that is now 6 cast members from King of the Hill that have died, and the reboot is still a week away. Somebody lock Mike Judge into his house right now. Because last thing we need is the voice of Hank and Boomhauer to croak,
Dude, honestly.
Yeah, this is who I'm talking about right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's so that's what he looked like on King of the Hill. This is what he looked like in real life. Pretty close.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be in the reboot. I think I did see him in the trailer that dropped the other day, but I can't remember. I mean, there was so much going on in that trailer, but yeah, man, that's just another dude from King of the Hill that's passed away.
That's crazy.
It's like Zach in our group chat, he was just saying that you guys are cursed, which we'll get to that later, talking about the Raiders. I'm like, I don't know, this revival is starting to feel curse. Like, honestly, I mean, not with like, I guess Brittany Murphy and Tom Petty, because they died years before the reboot was ever even announced,
Yeah.
But Johnny Hardwick, Jonathan Joss, and there's somebody else I'm forgetting. All of them, like while the reboot was being made, that's just a little eerie to me.
Yeah, the guy that voices Hank Hill and Doomhauer, just need to lock him up in a bad room.
Yeah, well, he's also the creator of the show.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, so it's like, yeah, Mike Judge, you are not allowed to leave your house at all. But I mean, I guess we should get into the news today, even though it's something that's going to suck to talk about, and I don't know how entertaining we can make it. But Hulk Hogan, we'll start with him first, since that's the most recent death in the news. Hulk Hogan died today. We're filming this on Thursday, July 24th. Looking like it was, they say cardiac arrest. I think that's like code for a heart attack.
Yeah.
The thing with Hulk Hogan was there's been reports for weeks that he's been in failing health. So a couple weeks ago on Bubba the Love Sponge, which if you don't know who that is, first off, congratulations. He is actually the guy who Hulk Hogan fucked his wife in that sex tape.
Oh, my God.
That's who Bubba the Love Sponge is. So him and Hulk Hogan used to be really good friends. He said on his radio show about a week or two ago that Hogan was on his deathbed, that he had recently had like his spine fused. I mean, Hulk Hogan's had 10 back surgeries, so I don't know what else they could fuse on his back that wasn't already fused to the rest of him. But yeah, he had a back surgery, he had something fused, and I guess he was having complications from that. One thing I read that he wasn't able to speak at all, but I guess with the surgery that he had, they have to move your trachea and like numb it and stuff. So it's actually like common with the type of surgery that he had for you to lose your voice. But I guess it was him having complications from that. And man, the dude's been out on the road for like a year. He's been promoting that real American beer. Well, hell, like, he was in Tulsa, or he was in Oklahoma a couple months ago, and he did like 5 appearances in one day in Tulsa and Broken Arrow and Bixby, Oklahoma City, somewhere else in Tulsa, I believe. So like this dude was making multiple stops a day all over the country, and for a 70-year-old man, that is not a good thing. So like when you put all that in perspective, him having probably a pretty major surgery, him being as old as he is, and then going all over the country and doing these tours, on top of one of two elephants that we're going to talk about, being a fucking massive steroid abuser, there's no way the dude's heart was normal.
And not only that, like his wrestling career, Black Body Cop too, and God knows what he did during the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, I mean, hell, him and Randy Savage were buddies. I mean, look at all the cocaine Randy Savage was doing. You know, I mean, that's what gave you all those great Macho Man promos.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Cup of coffee in the morning. That's my favorite Randy Savage.
Coffee in the morning.
That's my favorite Randy Savage promo. But yeah, I mean, on top of that, and I mean, hell, the other thing is like he's been promoting this beer for a year. Think of how much beer that motherfucker's probably was drinking. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, so like when you put all that in perspective, it's like, man, it's kind of not shocking actually that he dies at 71. And I mean, there's no entertaining way to say it. And actually, with Hulk Hogan, it's really hard to even talk about him dying because the dude was racist as fuck. You know,
Yeah.
Dude was a massive liar. I mean, Jim Cornette on his YouTube channel has a 40-minute long video detailing almost every lie Hulk Hogan has told.
He almost got an hour-long movie. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, hell, we actually the most viewed episode of this podcast is in the title is us talking about Hulk Hogan lying on the Joe Rogan Experience when he said that he was Brock Lesnar's first opponent when he came back in 2012. Forgetting the fact, one, that the fucking internet exists. Two, everyone knows that Brock Lesnar's first match was against John Cena. And three, Hulk Hogan wasn't even in WWE in 2012. He was in TNA. So
yeah, was he like an executive in 2012?
Yeah, so I mean that's the other thing. Look at, I mean, him and Eric Bischoff, they ran TNA into the ground, and it's just like now that TNA is recovering 15 years later. But the one thing I will say about Hulk Hogan is like you got to admire the commitment to quite literally die with the lie, you know, like because it's not like he tells these lies once either. He tells them all the freaking time. Like my favorite is when he said that when he slammed Andre the Giant that he died 3 days later, when Andre Giant actually died like 7 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite one. But I mean, I'm also not here to like shit on Hulk Hogan, but it's another, like I said, it's a complicated thing with him because you have the lies, you have the racism, and but you also have the fact that he is probably the second most important person ever in professional wrestling, only behind Vince McMahon.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's either him or Stone Cold.
Yeah, Stone Cold, Undertaker.
Yeah, but I mean, the Undertaker was never like the top guy like Stone Cold or Hulk Hogan is. Yeah. And I mean, the thing was Hulk Hogan was the top guy in two different companies across two different eras. You know, he was the top guy in WWE/WWF in the 80s and then a top guy in WCW in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's one thing that he has over Stone Cold was, you know, Stone Cold was just a top guy in WWE. And actually, Hulk Hogan was the top guy in three different companies because he was in AWA, American Wrestling Alliance. I think that's what that stood for in the 70s. So he was already a big star. He was already in Rocky 3 before he even came to WWE. It's like he was already a Hollywood star before he even linked up with Vince McMahon. So it's not even like that Vince McMahon created Hulk Hogan. Vince McMahon bought Hulk Hogan from the AWA. It's really Vern Gagne that created Hulk Hogan. But I don't know. There's not really much I can really say. Like I said, I'm not going to heap praise about the dude because, I mean, I didn't even get into wrestling until 2 years after he retired. You know, I didn't grow up in the 80s or the 90s to watch him when he had his top run. You know how I first heard of Hulk Hogan was from that Hogan Knows Best TV show. My mom used to watch that all the fucking time. I mean, that show was actually pretty entertaining. It's like, I think we were talking about this on the last episode. It's like if you were like famous in the when we were talking about Ozzy Osbourne, actually, which we'll get in that in a second. It's like, you know, Osbourne had a show, Bret Michaels had a show, Flavor Flav had a show, Hulk Hogan had a show. It's like if you were big in the 80s and 90s, you had a reality TV show in the 2000s. The person I feel really like bad for is his daughter, because from what I understand, they were pretty estranged these last couple of years. From what I understand, she don't have a good relationship with her mother or father. I remember hearing Solid Monster break it down, like, because Linda Hogan, Hulk Hogan's ex-wife, had put out like some ranty Instagram post saying like, my daughter don't talk to me, all she does is hang out with her dad. And then Brooke put out a statement like, I don't talk to my dad at all, you know. And so it's like, I hope that they were able to repair like that relationship before he died, especially if he's been in bad health for a while. I'm hoping they were able to get that. His son, on the other hand, I don't feel any sympathy for. His son is a fucking piece of shit. If you don't know about his son, and I think this was also covered on that reality show, Hogan Knows Best, he was driving drunk with a friend in the passenger seat, crashed his car, and it's another one of those cases where a dude is so drunk that he gets in a car accident and he's fine. You hear about all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And it's fucking disgusting. So he's drunk. His friend is in the passenger seat, suffered a massive brain injury, and is in a wheelchair, and he's a vegetable for the rest of his life, basically.
That's crazy.
And then while he was in jail, he was telling his mom and dad, like, do you think we'll get another reality show out of this?
Really?
And yeah. And then also in this jailhouse recording, and this is like the first racist thing that Hulk Hogan said, which I don't get why this didn't get canceled long before the sex tape. I guess, I mean, this was in like 2007, 2008, I think. So before social media was really a big thing. But Hulk Hogan had told his son that hopefully, as punishment in our next life, we don't come back as a couple of black guys.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So his son, I don't feel any sympathy for, especially considering a year and a half ago, he got arrested for a DUI again. That's all I got to say about Hulk Hogan. Excuse me. It's a tongue twister. That's all I got to say about Hulk Hogan, really. I mean, I'm not going to heap praise about him, but I will say he is the second most important person ever in professional wrestling history. I mean, a lot of people are in the business now because of growing up Hulk Hogan fans. But like I said, with the good, there's also a lot of bad. But one that also had a lot of bad stuff, and I'll let you take the lead on this. Ozzy Osbourne died on Tuesday. No cause of death has been listed yet, but you know, it's kind of eerie to me that we talked about it on the last episode just a week ago, you know?
Yeah,
And
we
then,
said that he went to Switzerland, I believe, for his condition, and this past Tuesday, he passed away.
yeah, he wasn't even able to walk anymore. I was wrong, actually. He was 76. Yeah, I just, when I heard that news, I was just like, dang, dude, like, we were just talking about it, and then 17 days in
I
between.
mean, it was bound to happen. Like, if you've seen Ozzy recently, like he was at pretty much that 1,000-yard stare and pretty much ready to move on.
Yeah, I mean, especially like I was watching videos of that last concert, and he's just staring off into space, and I was like, man, I'm surprised he's even like able to like remember the words and stuff.
I mean, if you watch that concert, he played a song "Mama, I'm Coming Home" that pretty much indicates to everyone that he knows he's about to ready to go.
Mm.
I mean, it's sad. I grew up listening to Ozzy. He's like one of the few like older, rock stars I actually do respect and I actually enjoy listening to, and I still listen to Ozzy every once in a while. I mean, if you ask like the older generations, like I was even talking to my older coworkers, my older associates today about him, and like they're truly like heartbroken because he's passed away. So like that type of influence to your like audience and like people is crazy, and to the point like they're like heartbroken. It speaks volumes of what Ozzy did to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the biggest metal guy or anything like that, but I fucking love Ozzy Osbourne. I thought he was funny as fuck. Like, he's another dude. He had a TV show in the 2000s. I think it was just called The Osbournes.
Yeah.
Um, and I'd watch that show, and he was fucking hilarious on that show. Like, I saw a clip the other day from when he was like threatening to kill a cat and stuff like that. And I there was just so many funny clips, and I'm a big fan of his wife too. I think she's really freaking funny, really entertaining.
I mean, with Ozzy, he's a very beloved character. He's kind of like the back then Post Malone. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, you just can't really hate on him. I mean, yeah, you can hate on him for a few things, but like, he's such a beloved character.
I mean, I think there's a lot of reasons you can hate on him.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I took that back. It's like, I mean, there's a few things you can name of, but overall, he's a beloved character.
Yeah, I don't think people in PETA like him very much.
I mean, PETA can suck my, you know what?
Yeah, he there's obviously the infamous incident where he bit the head off of a bat, but apparently that's not even the first time he bit the head off of a bird. So a year before that, in 1981, he was meeting with CBS Records. This was right after he had signed his like first solo deal after leaving Black Sabbath, and he planned to release Doves in the Air as a sign of peace, but he was so fucking fucked up that he grabbed a dove in midair and bit its head off. And then when he got kicked out of the building for that, he grabbed a second dove and bit its head off too. So I mean, like I said, yeah, I don't think PETA is his biggest fan.
I mean, to be fair, PETA's PETA.
PETA.
Oh, PETA. But anyways, like Hogan, Ozzy, like influence like the nowadays generation of rock music, and pretty much set up what rock music is now. And not even just rock music, like most genres as well. Like he has such influence on music in general, to the point like he set the standard for everyone.
Yeah. And I will say Crazy Train is a fucking banger. I mean, that's a song that just gets you hyped up. Like, of all the like overplayed songs, because that song is overplayed, like in commercial.
I mean, I will agree, but it's really good.
But I would rather listen to that than Welcome to the Jungle. Yeah, I'll take Crazy Train any day of the week over Welcome to the Jungle.
I have a little funny story about that. I was telling my older associate at my work, like, man, like Guns N' Roses and like all of them need to retire. Like at this point, they can barely sing. At this point, it's like, what? No, they're so good. Like, no, do you hear? Like, they can barely stand and fucking. You want to rock, baby? It sounds like a fucking. Sounds like a rat having premarital sex by my ear. When I listened to them, I was like, dude.
Yeah.
But anyways, rip to Ozzy. I am a little heartbroken that he passed away.
Best thing I can
I
say.
understand like the bigger fans, like it's like devastating to them.
Best thing I can say, like when you're comparing the two, Ozzy Osbourne not racist, as far as I know.
As far as
But
we know.
yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's ever said anything controversial. I don't see anything in his Wikipedia page. Um, I do see something in here though that says it took him 19 attempts to get his driver's license because of his alcohol use.
Only 19? Make it 20,
yeah, as like, you know what the problem is though? There's people that do those kinds of numbers fucking sober. So I can kind of spill some tea since I'm leaving. You know, where I was talking to somebody the other day that told me it took them 6 tries to get their license. And I looked at them like this. And they're like, "How many times did it take you?" And I was like, 1. And they look at me like I'm the idiot. And he's like, "I don't understand the parallel parking." And I'm like, "Then fucking try it, practice it, and you'll understand it."
I mean, you got the newer generation cars; they do that shit for you, basically.
Yeah, but I mean, if that shit goes out, you still need to know how to do it.
I mean, true.
Does your car do that?
No.
Oh. Man, my work van, it has automatic brakes. That is fucking annoying, actually. Either that or I just really suck at driving. Like, I was
My
going to
car does too, but it's a setting you can turn on and off.
Yeah, I don't know if I can turn this setting off, but either I really suck at driving or this thing just is fucking a sensitive little pussy. Because like I'm barely behind this car. Speed limit 65. I had it on cruise control at 65, and then it starts braking, and I'm still like 2 car lengths away from this car. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So I switched lanes, and it
Okay,
gets back.
let me reiterate that. I have my set to 1 car length.
Oh, really?
So it's on 1 car length. If the text is on 1 car length, it was automatic braking.
Yeah, no. If I get a car with that, I'm turning that shit off.
You think we could break the news?
About me leaving Admiral?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm heading back to the old stomping grounds of I'm not gonna say where actually. I already got people trying to hack my Instagram and iCloud. I don't need them narrowing down where I live so they can come rape me.
The OG store, basically.
Yeah. Now I need you to get your ass back there.
Yeah, it ain't happening.
Actually, I don't know if I want Adam. We can replace Adam with racist ass Chris. He's kind of cool now. But yeah, going back there as a manager, a little nervous just because I haven't worked on the floor in 3.5 years, you know.
Yeah.
But I've had a lot of people reach out and tell me they're excited to have me back. Philip called me the other day, like last week, and told me he was proud of me and excited to work with me again. When I went in and signed my job offer, like Heath came in and gave me a big hug, and only person I haven't ran into is the store manager. That's the only person I haven't talked to. Yeah, but my coach, I worked with her over at this store, so I know her kind of well, you know. Like,
Yeah.
I know her enough to like her. Um, you know, like last time when I was a manager, I was fucking 20, you know, and was a year removed from being a janitor. So I'm hoping this time is a little better. That and that was also right when team leads had first rolled out and nobody knew what the fuck they were doing. Like it was all still so new.
Yeah.
This time I'm not going to be over an area with a register, which I think is a big plus.
No photo lab.
Yeah, no photo lab, no having to ring somebody up after taking something out of a case, in my whole department I only have one case. I got I got a better, I'm always pessimistic, Um but I don't know, I have a feeling it'll go better than the last time, and if it doesn't and I get like forced to step down or whatever, at least I'm back home.
I mean, you can always contact me for advice as well.
Yeah. Hopefully, if I do end up having to step down, it's when they get in home and I can just go back to driving again. Either that
Yeah,
or
or crew too if we do get in home.
yeah, either that or man, I still miss maintenance so much. I don't know why. I just had so much fun in maintenance.
I mean, all your best stories is when you were in maintenance.
That's true. Yeah, no, I don't really.
Because
I've
you had
had.
like some Vietnam kind of stories.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of have some driving too. I'll wait till I'm officially gone to reveal some of those, but I've definitely been touched inappropriately a few times while driving um, by old women and women our age. Um, seen two pairs of old lady titties. Um, seen a dude's big black dick. I've seen some shit while delivering, but I'll wait for the statute of limitations to expire on those stories. Gonna gonna pull an OJ Simpson. Like I didn't do it, but if I did, this is how I would have done it. But yeah, dude. Yeah, like I said, I'm excited. My first day is Saturday. I will say the schedule kind of fucking sucks. I close on Saturday. I'm off on Sunday. I open on Monday, and then I close the rest of the week.
Yeah, I don't miss that at all.
Yeah, but I was talking to the people lead over there, and she said it's supposed to be 10 closing shifts, 10 opening shifts a month. And I'm like, well, I like that more because when I was a manager the first time, I closed more than anybody at that fucking store because they were like, oh, he's young and doesn't have any kids. So I closed all the fucking time, me and Nathan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's gonna be what they say it's gonna be, I'm happier with that.
Yeah. I wish you the best of luck, and I know you can succeed.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, it's
Because I think like all you have is back wall and candy, right?
no back wall and infants, and then they told me the other day I'm gonna have beer, but I was like, beer is all fucking vendors.
So you just basically handle the vendor aspect of it.
I guess I'm like, because like Clay,
Or maybe that they just assume you're an alcoholic. You know what you're talking about.
like they told me like you're gonna be over beer, and I'm like, well, it's all stocked by vendors, and whatever isn't stocked by vendors is stocked by claims. That's how they did it there the first time. That's how they do it at my store.
They do it every store. I think they just wanted you to come to vendor aspect of it.
Yeah, I'm like, all I'm probably gonna end up doing is like fucking price changes, probably.
Probably. That's honestly price changes, maybe top stock.
But yeah, that's 2 days away. Tomorrow's my last day at my store now at Admiral. I already had one dude cry and give me a hug today because he's off tomorrow. And yeah, I just have a feeling I'm going to be like guilt tripped tomorrow. Like I said, I didn't want to talk about it on the last episode because I don't think I had signed my job offer yet. And I was so terrified of it being taken away. I'm like, I gotta get in right.
That's safe. I mean, that's safe to do that.
Yeah, I know, because then I'm like, I'm gonna look fucking stupid if I talk about it and then don't get it. But hell, let's get into Christian Wilkins. Christian Wilkins was released by the Raiders today. No news on if he failed a physical or not. I haven't read about that. If he's failed a physical, and because like if he would have failed a physical and then the Raiders cut him, then the Raiders would not have to worry about this grievance at all. But
I mean,
with
like you mentioned just like a while ago, it's like, man, I had 2 nickels for a Raiders player who have foot issues get released. It's weird, but it happened.
Yeah, I know. Is Christian Wilkins about to become the new Antonio Brown?
I don't think so. I don't think he has that much CTE. But I mean, you gotta look at it as like in the more reality part of it. I mean, the Raiders asked him, and I'm pretty sure they had like medical experts ask him like, "Hey, you need surgery on that foot, or you're just going to keep getting injured, basically." And most of that money's become dead, pretty much dead water, basically. And you pretty much never play for the Raiders. I can see why the Raiders released him. Like at this point, you invested like I don't know, like $111 million, I think it was.
Yep.
For him to only play 5 games, and he's refusing to go to surgery and make sure that's like you're fully capable to play again. Like I understand. It's like you're buying a new car, like a brand new car off the lot, and Ford just break down and you like 90, 50 miles off the lot.
So the thing with the grievance is that it's going to have to, so it's not the NFL that rules on it because that'd be a conflict of interest, Yeah. It's going to have to go to an actual court and be ruled on by a judge. And the thing with that is a lawyer can ask for any evidence like phone records, text records, conversations between the team and the doctor and the player. So that's why when I was talking with Zach about how you guys don't have that money until this grievance is over. Right now, it's just in a holding pattern.
Yeah.
And then if they roll against you guys are going to have to pay out that contract. And the
other
thing is,
the only thing I'm kind of worried about it, but at the same time, it's like I'm pretty sure that big organization like the Raiders, I'm pretty sure they try to do everything by the book.
And another thing is it probably won't get ruled on until after the season.
No, probably not. Probably not till next off season.
And if that's the case, then that would be on the record on the books for that upcoming season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which would be really fucking bad. But I am gonna say this might be the worst signing in Raiders history.
No. I still say Tony Brown.
Yeah, but
because he did not play it down for us.
Yeah, that's true. But
at least he played 5 games with us.
Yeah, but what was Antonio Brown's contract? I mean, I think you guys did end up having to pay out the ass for it. Let's see. Yeah, well, the thing with Brown, yeah, you guys didn't sign him to a new contract. You guys just traded for him straight up. So, I
thought we gave him a new contract.
Not according to what I'm reading here.
Okay.
Yeah, he had signed a deal. So he was on the 3rd year of a 5-year contract. But here's the thing with that.
No, you're right. So, yeah, the Wilkins contract would be the worst contract then.
Yeah, because this Antonio Brown contract was $68 million. And it was on the 3rd year. So you guys were probably going to end up paying him like, what, $30 million probably?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So I would say Wilkins.
Which is unfortunate because I was really hyped about him because I liked him when he was in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And, it started real strong when he was with those 5 games with us, pretty much deleted the run game.
I mean, I don't think so. I thought he looked out of shape as fuck. At least from the Raiders games I watched, because I remember that first game against the Chargers, he looked like fucking shit.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it was a good space filler. That's what we really needed is a space filler for Max Crosby.
Yeah, when you weigh 400 pounds, it's easy to clear up space. Yeah, because I mean, when I saw him in the Raiders, I mean, he looked fucking fat as fuck.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much how he got that foot injury. Too much force going down to that foot.
Yeah. So where do you think he ends up? You know, it'd be really funny.
What?
If he ends up on the Chargers.
I don't think so. I think he'll go to an NFC team.
No, I think he's going to go. He's either going to go to the Chargers or the Patriots. That's where I think he's going to end up going.
I honestly think he'll go to the fucking Panthers or go back down to fucking Florida.
He ain't going to the Panthers. I don't even think the Panthers had the money to sign him. Maybe the Commanders.
Maybe.
But they don't really have a need at DT.
The Commanders, maybe the Texans.
I just got a feeling he's going to end up on the Patriots. That's my number one place. I think he goes. But the other thing is with the Raiders, why didn't they try to trade him first? I haven't seen any reports that they talk to teams about trading for him. Even if he's injured, you could still get a 6th, 7th round pick, and then you guys would have that contract. Depending on how you negotiate the trade, you guys wouldn't.
So they probably did not rebuild it yet. They might try it. I mean, on the road, they might have tried, and they probably didn't report it.
I think it would have been reported already.
Yeah,
because that's usually because usually you'll hear about trade rumors, and it's after failing to find a trade partner, they've released whoever. So I
mean. Oh, but I mean, yeah, maybe a 6th or 7th round for a guy to barely play 5 games with that big of a contract.
Yeah, because I mean, if you're a team trading, a 6th round pick, that 6th round pick is probably going to be a backup. You're trading for a 6th round pick for a dude that could potentially be a starter if he gets healthy.
Yeah.
So I don't know why the Raiders didn't try to do that first.
I mean, the more we get through this year, the more to get rid of these Antonio Pierce signings / I don't remember the GM now.
Tom
the guy we count. Yeah, Tom Telesso.
I just read the other day he just signed with I think ESPN.
Tom?
Yeah. To be an analyst. And it's what the fuck's he gonna analyze? Isn't that? Oh no, he came from the Chargers. I thought he came from the Patriots. Damn, he was with the Chargers for 10 years.
Tom Telesso?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2013. Oh, fuck that Bill Belichick joke then. I thought he came from the Patriots. Or was that the GM before him?
That was the GM before him.
Who was that guy? The one
I don't remember that. He played McDaniels for everything, even though he's as equally as shit.
Dave Ziegler.
Yeah, I don't want to mention that fucking period.
Guess who that motherfucker's with now?
Where?
The Titans.
Oh God.
God. Yeah.
So you heard all those bad contracts in the Chargers, back during that 10-year spin. Yeah, it was him.
And then you guys had Champ Kelly as the interim GM for 2023, and then Tom Telesco last year, and then.
See, I like Champ Kelly. I thought he actually did a decent job.
Where's he at now?
Tennessee.
No, he's with the Dolphins.
Oh.
Senior personnel executive is his title with the Dolphins. Football season's around the corner. I mean, hell, a week from today is the first preseason game.
I know, I'm ready. It's
Yeah,
been too long.
I'm starting to get hyped up for this season. Man, Brian Schottenheimer, I have a fucking man boner for him. I said it in the group chat earlier. If I had a wife, I would let him fuck my wife.
I'd be scared if I was him because of Jerry Jones. Because the more like years and years of Jerry Jones been with the Cowboys, and the more like impatient he's getting.
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? Ozzy Osbourne dead at 70. Hulk Hogan dead at 70. Fucking Jerry Jones is almost 90 and still alive. What the fuck?
That's got to be some devil magic.
Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to mention this earlier about Hulk Hogan. Who would have fucking bet that Ric Flair would outlive Hulk Hogan?
I would have thought Cliff Burr would have gone first.
Same. I when I saw that this morning, that this is probably a bad thing, but that's the first thing I thought of is like, what the fuck? Ric Flair outlived Hulk Hogan? I mean, Ric Flair should have been dead like 8 years ago when he when like his whole body fucking shut down basically.
Yeah.
And he had all those surgeries, and meanwhile that motherfucker is still drinking every fucking day when the like doctors I think told him like he had to stop drinking, and yet he's still alive. Like the worst thing he's had recently with him is skin cancer, and that's not that bad if you catch it early. Meanwhile, like I'm convinced Ric Flair is going to outlive. Like I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up outliving Vince McMahon.
Be honest, yeah, I agree.
Like hell, we'll be sitting here 20 years from now recording Trainwreck Podcast 1994, and then we'll be talking about the death of Ric Flair after he just had his third comeback match.
We'll have kids. We're about ready to retire. All of a sudden, he finally passes away.
You know what the weird thing is? So now everyone from the WrestleMania main event, from the first WrestleMania, has died except Mr. T. Mr. T is the only one that's still alive.
That's crazy.
But it also makes sense. He was the only one that wasn't a wrestler, didn't have that hard lifestyle, But yeah, even like, well, I guess Bob Orton is still alive, actually. Because he had like the enforcers, on the outside of the ring.
Yeah.
So Muhammad Ali and Pat Patterson, they were the referees for the match. They're both dead. Jimmy Snuka was in the corner of Hulk Hogan and Mr. T, and Jimmy Snuka's dead. And then in Paul Orndorff and Roddy Piper's corner, Cowboy Bob Orton was in the corner.
Yeah.
But Bob Orton is still alive, so I got fake news.
Get fake news.
It's kind of a miracle he's still alive, actually, because since he's been a teenager, he's been living with hepatitis C.
That's a miracle.
Yeah. Have you ever heard the story, actually, about he didn't tell people that he had hepatitis, and so he'd bleed on, during wrestling matches and shit like that, and yeah, he's probably infected some people.
Probably have.
Yeah. That makes him like
it's a scumbaggy move.
Yeah. Because the thing that like got him like, because he was teaming with, so for y'all that don't know, Cowboy Bob Orton is Randy Orton's dad. So in like 2005, he was teaming with Randy Orton when Randy Orton was like first becoming a big star, and they had a handicap match against the Undertaker, and in that match, Cowboy Bob Orton got busted open and started bleeding on the Undertaker. Well, it wasn't until after the match that someone told the Undertaker that Cowboy Bob Orton had hepatitis. and the Undertaker got fucking pissed.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, I don't think the Undertaker ended up getting infected.
No, he didn't. He said on his podcast he didn't.
Yeah, but he got fucking pissed. Speaking of Randy Orton, though, what do you think about him teaming with Jelly Roll?
That is like the most like trail park kind of tag team I ever seen. I'm here for it.
You know, it's going to be really funny when Jelly Roll ends up being a better worker than half the AEW roster.
Oh, that'll be just a cream on top too.
Dude, I'm actually kind of looking for him to bust out some crazy shit. I was listening to a podcast with Kane Brown the other day, and it was with Logan Paul, actually. And they were asking him, like who's the toughest country star to play basketball against? And Kane Brown said Jelly Roll. And I was like, man, I get that he's fucking big, you know, but man, all you gotta do is just dribble past him. So I'm like, what makes him so fucking hard to play basketball against? It won't surprise me if Jelly Roll ends up busting out like a 450 splash or some shit. I'm just expecting anything with him.
I mean, to be fair, you look at the Big Show, you just kind of forget how physics work.
That's true. I mean, Big Show, when he was younger, he was doing like backflips and shit like that in his matches.
Fucking frog splashes and all that shit.
Yeah, he actually got talking to from Hulk Hogan when they were in WCW, actually, about, you're a fucking giant, wrestle like one. Yeah.
I don't know. Have you seen Joey Roll here recently?
Yeah, I mean, he's lost like 100 pounds. I mean, I just saw him on WWE, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's lost a shitload of weight. I mean, hell, he looks skinnier now from when I just saw him in concert couple months ago.
That's a lot of weight loss in that time span.
Yeah, I think he's lost like 100 pounds in a year, and he said he wants to lose another 100 pounds and then go skydiving with his wife.
That's cool. I love to hear that.
I know, that's why I kind of wish we would have had Christian on here to talk about that, talk about skydiving. But he fucking bailed, pussy. Just kidding, Christian, if you end up listening to this later.
We understand.
But yeah, no, this is like, fuck you, Ad. This is like his transformation right here. I don't know how recent this article is, but I mean, even there you can see it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he looks good.
Yeah, this is from April. So yeah, he's even skinnier now.
And I'm sure like all his like training for like WWE appearances, like he's probably losing even more weight.
Yeah. From what I heard, he's training with the Undertaker too.
Oh shit, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So actually, it wouldn't surprise me to see him wrestle like kind of like a big man, you know, like a giant, if he's training with the Undertaker.
I just want to see him lay like the big boot on him, like Undertaker.
I want him and Randy Orton to hit double RKOs.
There were fucking Joey Rowe goes up the ropes, does the fucking snake eyes. I think is what it's called.
Oh, old school.
Old school, yeah.
Yeah,
I would love to see that.
yeah, that would be cool. Man, I'd be terrified that the rope. I mean, I'd be terrified the ropes are gonna snap though. Like, I know Jelly Roll's lost a lot of weight, but he's still probably like 280 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the Undertaker. I mean, because the thing with the Undertaker is he's like 6'11", so he was probably like close to 300
More
pounds.
bone and fucking fat.
Yeah, I wonder what his peak weight is.
Was it like 260?
Yeah, but that's that's worked, you know. According to WWE.com, 309 pounds. Yeah, 6'10", 309 pounds. Damn.
That boy.
Man,
that boy, big boy.
That's going to be like the next, like, and hopefully it doesn't happen for a long time. That's going to be like the next wrestler where it's going to kind of like,
that will get me.
Well, I mean, I guess Ric Flair, but it's kind of the same thing with Flair as is Hogan, where Flair has done so much to ruin his legacy, you know. Same, you know. I mean, that's why at the beginning of this podcast, it was awkward to talk about Hogan because Hogan did so much to ruin his legacy. And I mean, Ric Flair's doing the exact same thing. And the thing is, Flair's still alive. He's still got more time to do it.
Woo!
But The Undertaker, you know, he's been retired for about 5 years now, and he hasn't really done anything to ruin his legacy.
Quote unquote retired. He's still with the company. He just still does the company stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, he has had a match, and
well, yeah, he's retired in the ring. He's not retired in the company.
He's actually part of the creative team now,
which I love to hear.
Mm-hmm. And he's been helping train people down at the PC.
No, when Undertaker passes away, I will be heartbroken. True.
Yeah, like that
will get me.
Yeah, like that's the only like old wrestler because, like I said, with Ric Flair, it'd be hard for me to be sad at least, and same with like Vince McMahon. I know Vince McMahon's not a wrestler, but still, you know, yeah, Undertaker's the one where I'm like, and I mean the thing is when you're that big, you know, it like big guys like that don't live for they don't grow into their 80s and 90s, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean the good thing with the Undertaker is I don't think he was ever a steroid abuser. So he might have that going for him.
As far as I know of, it's all natural.
Yeah. Well, he was never like a body guy, you know. It would kind of go against the character actually for him to be a body guy.
Even like during his like peak physique, I'm pretty sure that's all like all natural. Was it like when the Ministry of Darkness, was it?
I think his peak like was like 2005, 2010. That was
yeah. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Because I mean, that's when he was having banger after banger at WrestleMania. Because I mean, think of was it 20? Who did he wrestle at 22? Let me look it up.
HBK?
No, that was 25. WrestleMania. I'm looking it up right now. WrestleMania. Because 21 he faced Orton. 22. Okay, so 21 he faced Orton, great match. 22 he faced Mark Henry, not that great of a match, but it was still like Undertaker, like peak physical form. 23 he faces Batista. 24 he faces Edge in the main event. 25 and 26 he has back-to-back all-time great matches with Shawn Michaels. 27, 28 has all-time great matches with Triple H. 29 has a banger with CM Punk. And then 30s when he kind of fell off in that match against Brock Lesnar. But for like 9 years, that was, I think, Undertaker at his peak.
See, that match with Brock Lesnar, if he wasn't get concussed, I feel like that would have been a great match.
Yeah, because I mean, look at it. It's
just unfortunate.
Yeah, because like a year later, they had the match at SummerSlam, and that match was fucking awesome.
And I'm pretty sure in the interview that somewhere out there that Brock Lesnar was kind of disappointed.
Yeah. And then they had the Hell in a Cell match after that, and that match don't get talked about enough. That match is awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of the best of Brock Lesnar's career, especially in his second run with the company. I'm trying to think of like what other old wrestlers are out there. Like, I mean, Bret Hart, I guess.
Bret Hart, Stone Cold.
Yeah. See, Bret Hart, he's 68. How old is
Dwayne Johnson, in a way?
Yeah. Let's see. Stone Cold, he's 60. I think The Rock, how old is The Rock? I think he's like 52, I think.
He's still young. Never mind.
53. He's turned 53 a couple months ago. He don't look it, though.
No, yes, not. He needs to go back to Hollywood.
So one other thing with Hulk Hogan, I guarantee. So you know how WWE's inducted matches into the Hall of Fame. This year they did. For the first one they did Bret Hart and Stone Cold. I guarantee next year is Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant.
I mean,
Right?
for them, it's a perfect setup to do it.
Yeah, yeah. I guarantee you that's the match that goes into the Hall of Fame next year.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if anything. I would expect it.
Yeah. I wonder. I wonder who's going to go into the Hall of Fame next year, dude. Because I would have thought for sure Bray Wyatt would have went in this year and he didn't, which I find very weird.
He probably will next year.
Man, you'd think the time would have been last year because they had that documentary come out about him.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Maybe they don't want to do it while the Wyatt Six is still a thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, maybe they'll do it after like the Wyatt Six ends, or I don't know. Maybe they'll do it like in a couple years when his like young kids are like old enough to be there, like to actually like take part in it. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. I don't know, but I think it's kind of a shame that he hasn't been. I feel like he should have been inducted. Right out.
Yeah, it should have been no questions, no brainer. Everyone would have agreed with it.
Mm-hmm. Because like who's the headliner for the Hall of Fame this year? I can't remember. Oh, Triple H. Yeah, and it's like Triple H. You couldn't have waited to put yourself in the Hall of Fame. But I did. I say we wrap up this podcast. I know you got to work tomorrow, don't you?
I'm up tomorrow.
Oh, cool. Congratulations. All right, we'll wrap it up though. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. RIP to Hulk Hogan. RIP Ozzy Osbourne. One we didn't talk about actually. Theo from the Cosby Show. What was his name? Malcolm-Jamal Warner. He died as well. His death sounds like it was really sad. Sounds like he got ripped away in a current while swimming at sea. Sounds very similar to the death of Shad Gaspard. But
That's sad.
Yeah. But I don't really have much to say about him because I've never even seen The Cosby Show. So, I mean, there's not much I can say other than, I mean, his shit sounds like it sounds way too similar to Shad Gaspard. And if you don't know about that, look it up because Shad Gaspard's death, that legit made me fucking depressed for like a week. Like, I wasn't even like a big fan of his, but the fact that Shad Gaspard died trying to get his son to the Coast Guard, I remember that shit made me fucking depressed for a while after that. It was so sad, and that's what it sounds like happened here. Very, very, very similar. But we'll see you guys maybe next week. We might wait until after the first Cowboys Raiders preseason games. Give us some talking points there. When's your guys' first preseason game? I think it's the 4th.
He gets the 4th.
Thursday, August 7th against the Sea Chickens. And then the Cowboys is August 9th. We'll probably have another show between then because that's like 2 weeks away. Hopefully next show we won't be talking about like 5 different people dying. Hopefully next week will be a happier episode. All right, see you guys.